Hi everyone, I would like to present to you my case study. Summary of the case. I'm Mr. Rhodes, a first-year principal in the Golden Oak High School. This school has 965 students from 9th to 12th grades. In the beginning of the school year, I met with Superintendent Dr. Newman. He mentioned that Golden Oak had the lowest percentage of student attendance in the district. Now it's after Christmas break time, and I'm analyzing the absence data for the first semester. 5 students out of 659 who missed more than 10 days caught my attention: Karen, Tryon, Christina, Carl, and John. My concern is that teachers, counselor, athletic director neglect school policy that is aligned with the state law of excused absences. Legal and ethical issues. The student's academic success has been harmed by teaching staff excusing students for absences that don't fall under allowed excuses absences under board policy and state law. These actions by school staff contravene a state law. State law allows excused absences only for illness, death in immediate family, inclement weather, or a valid reason excused by the principal with prior approval. Also, the school district's attendance policy allowed students to miss only 3 days from school for personal reasons. In my school, teachers lack communication with administration because they don't pass those cases for approval. The counselor lacks to follow up and dig deeper to the absence problem. Athletic coach overstepped his position. Staff let their built relationship influence their decision-making ability. Furthermore, students' attendance is not improving, academic achievement is threatened. So the topic is lack of communication between staff and administration in regard district policies and state laws that influence attendance that is linked with student achievement. Some facts in this case, I divided it into um, students' cases. Karen's parents called the counselor requesting conferences with teachers. Place, she was missing randomly Mondays and Fridays throughout the semester at school. She is in 11th grade, National Honor Society, failed to take her midterm exam before Christmas. Next one, Tyron involved his mom, dad, homeroom teacher. He was leaving for Washington, D.C. in September and Canada in November for a week. He's in 10th grade, honors program, would complete all missed work as parents promised. Next one, Christina, minister, homeroom teacher, algebra teacher requested conference with parents, missed 2 major exams. She is in 9th grade in regular program. Next comes Carl. Truant officers involved, father, mother, younger brother, and sister at our district. He is coming in the morning to our school and in the afternoon to vocational school campus. He is in 9th grade, both regular classes in the morning and vocational classes in the afternoon. After comes John, his doctor, athletic director. He visited physical therapy from 12 to 2:30 Tuesdays and Thursdays. He is in 11th grade and he is a quarterback. Reviewing and prioritizing. This situation can be damaging to me as a principal if I will not be able to change the dynamic of absences rate. Also, the community will struggle to keep their students in school if numbers of students missing school will go up. People that have important stake in the outcome are students, parents, community members, school staff, administration. No stakeholders are being consulted yet. It is important to know all details and gather as much information as possible before submitting a report to superintendent or a school board. I will continue gathering information and I will consult with counselor and middle elementary school principals. In some cases, I have enough information to make decisions. In others, I don't. Identifying my options and consequences. First idea that I had to continue observing. Being a first year in a district, I believe it was wise for me to wait until after Christmas. It gave me a chance not to jump into assumptions and watch how things are done in the district and what decisions persons making. The first possible outcome without making any decision, it will be wait until the end of the year, school year, and continue observing. Idea number 2 is go over policies with all teachers. The most liberal way to deal with a situation is to gather all teachers during in-service day and remind them about school policies and state law regarding students' absences. Option 3, actions. Three cases will be prioritized: Tyrants, Christina's, and John's, because homeroom teachers, athletic coach, didn't follow the protocol and didn't let administration know about the situation. They took authority of excuse students' absences in their hands, even though they didn't have a right to do so. I believe in this case, I have enough information to make decision of meeting with the staff members and remind them about our school policies, protocols, and state laws, and setting penalties for not obeying rules. In Carl's case, I am lacking information about his younger siblings' attendance. In Karen's case, I need to know if counselor met with Karen, did they schedule meetings with teachers as parents requested. Evaluation of my options. Idea number one is wait and observe one more semester. I will not cause any conflicts. It will help me to gather more information. It will give me more time for decision making. It frees me from any responsibilities for my actions. Cons. Nothing will be improved. Attendance will not be improved. Uh, not improve teachers' knowledge. It will not help establish myself as a leader, and it might affect other students' attendance. Idea number two is to meet with all teachers together. Pros, it will allow me to influence potential unreasonable excuses. It will remind the policies and laws to teaching staff. It ensures everyone has a fresh knowledge and understanding of standards and expectations regarding school attendance. It allows time to gather additional information. Cons. Certain issues are not addressed. Students that are missing days might not be affected by this meeting. People who were not following policies might know that they weren't doing such, and this meeting will not influence them at all. Idea three is to meet with two homeroom teachers, an athletic coach, and into the other cases, wait and gather more information. Pros, it will address certain issues. I will set my authority. I will be able to gather more information about other students, and the attendance rate might be improved. Cons, teachers might think my actions are radical. There might be unpredictable outcomes. Certain teachers may start questioning my authority due to being new to the district. As a principal, I would go with an option 3. I'm going to go in action in the cases I'm certain about and take more time to investigate cases like Karen's and Carl's. At the point where my option is I don't need to consult stakeholders quite yet. I will reevaluate the data at the end of this next semester to provide feedback to Dr. Newman and the school board. Also, if the meeting with certain parents will be required, I will make that happen. Furthermore, I will consider meeting with BLT members to produce the most effective and creative option to address this issue. How I'm going to implement my plan. First, I'm going to email homeroom teachers of Tyron and Christina and the athletic coach of John. I will set the meeting with them separately and discuss the issue. Tyron's case. Tyron's homeroom teacher noted that she would excuse a second week's absence from school. Why wasn't that issue brought up to me? What would be a better way to handle it? The teacher might be arguing that he has average progress in classes and students' parents promise to cut up with schoolwork. I would remind a teacher that school district's attendance policy allows students to miss only 3 days per school from school for personal reasons. So if the parents contacted me about this issue, I would remind that policy to them. Also, I want to mention to this teacher that this is a part of teacher contract to follow school policy. Then comes Christina's case. Christina's homeroom teacher initialed and dated each letter and approved them as an excused absence. I will remind the teachers that it was the minister's responsibility to do it and she had no legal right to do so. Furthermore, I will personally create a letter and mail it to families to make sure that requirements of the letters signed and submitted requested requesting approval for absence to attend church meetings are clear, which are preferable from parents, not a minister. Also, there should be a limit of number of days that could be missed for such a reason per school year. 12 days in one semester, 4 days in a row during three different weeks of the first semester is not an option. Our school has a policy of 3 personal days. I will meet with BLT team and will create the ways we can address this issue local and friendly. The reason for this is to ensure that education is valued in our circles of community, of all circles in our community. We value religion and education equally, and we must work together with each other for the benefit of child. After comes John's case. A note from the athletic director requesting that John will be excused from Friday afternoon's classes to go home and rest during the football season can be an option. John is already missing Tuesday and Thursday afternoon classes due to physical therapy. I will explain that he was in no authority to excuse a student from Friday classes during football season. It affects his academic progress. He might tell me that it's what the team needs. I will remind him that school policy rules and jurisdiction of athletic directors exist. He might say how experienced he is and that he coached teams for 5 state championships, and the district might lose him as a valuable coach. I would reply that if needed, we can start looking for new candidates for the position, just to let me know when we should start looking. I would highlight in our conversation how we value his professionalism and it would be sad to see him leave our district. The reason behind being so straightforward is that all of us have a role at school and we are not allowed to overstep our authorities. Um, Employees who can follow rules should be not on the duty. Carl's case. I will contact middle school and elementary school principals to clarify what is the situation with attendance regardless Carl's siblings. If there is the same pattern as with Carl, I will be working with the social service agency. In the beginning of the year, Mr. Newman encouraged me to work close with this agency and said that school has good relationship with them. I will be seeking legal help and support from them to ensure children are attending school accordingly to the state law and school policy. If not, we'll have to go to court. Finally, Karen's case. I will be meeting with counselor to see why she didn't meet with Karen. Also, I will ask if the conferences were scheduled as parents requested. Furthermore, was a contact made with the student? I will also meet with a homeroom teacher to see if Karen made any personal contact with her or him. Karen's case is the most mysterious to me and needs the most investigation. Why A and B student falls behind? Why numbers of absences increase? And why wasn't the midterm exam taken and no one from administration was informed about it? I would meet with the school newspaper members to publish an article about importance of attendance policy and how we as a school can help teachers, students, school personnel, parents, community members to realize that. I will meet with BLT group to find the most effective and creative ways to deliver that message. We will ensure to include data in the article to prove an importance of future career and college education that is linked to academic achievement, that is linked to attendance. We will try to pursue the reader to ensure he or she does everything in his or her power to keep up with students' attendance in Golden Oaks High School. This newspaper reaches teachers, students, school personnel, parents, and any other community members. We will be able to send a message to everyone who somehow is involved with the district. Sometimes our plans don't work, so I came up with a plan B. Some teachers might be resentful. They might not follow up with our meetings and continue excusing students. If my plan doesn't work, I will call the BLT members for a meeting. I believe that our leading members will help me to produce a new plan and show me the options I wasn't able to see alone. Also, I believe I will be able to meet with superintendent to talk about replacement of the teachers who continue breaking their contract. Program standards were used throughout the presentation. I highlighted in red the most important words from standards that I used and implemented in my video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.